Hello fellow Star Wars fans and welcome to the channel. I just watched the recent episode of Andor and my mind was blown because we got to see the Coruscant Underworld in an Empire-controlled galaxy. We haven't seen this location in live action since the prequels. Could this be level 1313? We're going to get into the details and the speculation in this video. There of course will be spoilers for episode 10 of Andor, so you have been warned. So yes, this episode is mainly about the prison break on Narcana 5, but there's a little bit of a storyline here between Luthen Rael and his ISB spy, his ISB contact named Lonnie Jung. So towards the end of the episode, we see Lonnie Jung walking in the lower levels of Coruscant. You're seeing aliens, steam, a completely different side of Coruscant that we haven't seen in literally years. And he meets up with Rael to talk about the rebellion, about how he wants out. He's got a kid now, this guy Lonnie Jung, and the importance of sacrifice. Luthen Rael's explained he's sacrificing everything for this rebellion, but it's all built on this awesome backdrop of these sets, which really feels different. I felt like we were jumping into a different series at that point because we haven't seen a whole lot of aliens. We haven't seen the seedy underbelly of a lot of things, but there's a lot of promise built up on this show about spies and dealing with the mob and dealing with all these different organizations that aren't exactly on the up and up in the galaxy. So it's a really cool stark difference, this location, to what we've seen on Coruscant so far in this Empire-controlled galaxy, where everything at this point, 15 years after Revenge of the Sith, has been transformed by the Empire, and at least the upper levels, to be more of that stark white contrast sort of thing. But diving into the importance of seeing Coruscant's underworld for the first time, because in this era, we've seen it in Attack of the Clones when, you know, Zam Wesell and Obi-Wan and Anakin are going down to that bar, they're crashing and everything like that. And we see a good bit of it in the Clone Wars. Ahsoka going there with Plo Koon, investigating, lots of different moments down there. And of course, one of the big things was the game that never got off the ground, level 1313. There's a video game called 1313, which after it ceased development, it was found out that they are actually going to revamp the game and make it a Boba Fett story, where Boba Fett was going to go around the underworld of Coruscant and get pieces of armor and become that iconic bounty hunter. And then even like a couple of years ago, there was this George Lucas kind of experiment going on where before he sold Lucasfilm to Disney, he was developing an Underworld TV series. And you could actually see the test footage on YouTube. Just search Underworld test footage and you'll see just the scope he was trying to create with this early Dark Times Empire show where they were all on Coruscant stormtroopers, but it was a lot of Attack of the Clones kind of iconic different visuals and different things like that. So very cool stuff there. So yeah, as far as the importance of 1313, people have been wanting to see this. I don't think that this was level 1313. Rael says something about 215 and it looked like this character of Lonnie Jung only punched in like 3 numbers on the elevator, if that denotes to like an actual level. So they could have been actually lower than level 1313. You know, Coruscant has been around for like thousands of years at this point, it must be. So to see the city built up in such high areas of the stratosphere, basically, and having to go all the way down there is really cool. But yeah, this brings so much realism, so much like depth and that kind of story that I've wanted to see from Star Wars in a long time. And what's going on? It doesn't look like the Empire really has had much of a hold in the underworld. I mean, there's like trillions of people on Coruscant, so it makes sense that they're not going to be able to patrol all the sectors. We've seen the underworld of the Coruscant in the recent comics for Star Wars, for Marvel, where they do have underworld police at this point. So, hey, are we going to see this location again in Andor? Probably not, at least in this season. But it was great to get that point acknowledged and to see a location that I certainly am happy to see. So what were your thoughts on seeing the Coruscant Underworld for the first time in this galaxy that's controlled by the Empire? Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. For more on Andor, I have plenty of videos on the channel going over little companion videos for each episode that comes out. So make sure you go ahead and support the channel. It's simple. You just got to subscribe. That's going to do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also included 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.